Alright, so here we are with another Axis Analyze video. Um, and we got ourselves 1941 edition. And I wanted to get this edition for a while. But the only problem I had with it is that when I had the chance to get it, I was out of state, not in my house, and currently back at home for the time being. Around Christmas, I was posting the other video about Europe that I got. But yeah, I just recently got 1941 edition for my birthday, and I want to give a shout out to my mom who got it for me. Thank you. But without further ado, we're gonna go and I'm gonna explain to you guys the issues I have with the game, but also the things I find great about this game and how it's an important game to add to your collection, especially if you have multiple games like me. I have 42, so I can have a bunch of variants. In most of you guys will probably have a couple variants, and even if you just have this game, I have some ideas and rules that could help make it different, help make a change for the game, because this game is by far the smallest scale, and it's meant not to be expensive. It's meant to be inexpensive and easy to come out of the box. So I'm not really giving it a huge dog. I'm not dogging it a whole lot on the errors that it has, because you pay for what you get. If you want a better game version of the game, go for 1942. But I do like the game. I like the setup. I like how the map looks. I like everything about it. The scopes are a lot different. The only issue I had with them is that they're really cheap. Like I said, comes with a price. I had a little bit of warping. Barrel of one of my British tanks. But other than that, I had no issues with any of the scopes at all. As a matter of fact, I like the new look. The newer, fresher look of the tanks. Now they may not be accurate, but they look nice. I'm gonna grab a Japanese tank real quick from my other board over here. Let's see here. Let's get this one going. This is a 1942. You can tell this one's a lot bulkier. Well, this is 1942. This one's a lot bulkier, and it seems a lot more tankish. Which is something I really like about it. The scopes don't have as much detail, but I like the simplicity of them personally. That's actually the main reason why I liked this game so much, just because of the scopes itself. The American fighters, I do not like the American fighters from 1942. I don't know why they don't appeal to me, but I'll play them. I'm not gonna bug out there and buy a new piece, because I'm not a huge fan of them. They're cool to me. Honestly, historically, I think the planes look awesome. I mean, not look awesome, but I think they are awesome. So they have that value to them. But in this version, I don't know what plane they got exactly, but I really like it. It's a lot different. It's a lot different from the other game. I think it might be a Mustang, but I'm gonna correct myself if I'm wrong, because I sure hope not. Let's see here. American fighters. Oh geez. Where did I even find that? Sorry about this, guys. But yeah, I'm trying to be historically accurate, but it does look like a Mustang to me. And I find that really cool. The Mustang is my favorite airplane one of my favorite airplanes of that time and decade. That's why I like it so much, because of its success and just how cool it was and how it was effective early on in the war. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys the board, and I'm going to show you guys what I like, show them my likes and dislikes. So yeah, without further ado, let's get to it. Before we begin, I just want to say that I have been a little busy lately with some stuff outside of Axis and Allies. I've been playing as much. You won't see me on the forums for Reddit and Facebook that much, but I'm trying my hardest, and YouTube is my favorite place to upload, so I'm just gonna start uploading from here. Nowhere else really. I got life in the way. I got things I gotta do. Without further ado, take a look at the board. Very flat. Let's adjust my tripod real quick. Let's take a look and see what we got. All right. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of what I like, a little bit of what I dislike. So let's first off with the solidified positioning of places like factories. I don't mind it, I don't hate it, but in this rule set, which has been uploaded in another video I saw on YouTube, which I don't remember his name, but he stated that you cannot legally exit ships for Russia. So Russia has no way of getting their ships out legally in the game, which makes no sense to me. I feel like it's a big oversight. Another problem I had is that there was not enough tokens to display single soldiers. Way too many for 3, and 5 is a little excessive because, well, you don't really get enough of 5 soldiers to be out. Yeah, that's about it for the bad stuff. Oh, the fleet composition over here is a little weird. I get what they're trying to do with the American fleet, but I feel like it's a little excessive for 1 and 2. It's just gonna backfire. Mainly because I'm a big Japanese player. I see a bunch of errors over there on that side of the board that I can exploit. But it is counteracted by the problems over here. Obviously, that's how war works. Yeah, I see a lot of opportunity going against the United States. They're really weak in this game, in my opinion, which is why I make a variant that makes the US a little bit stronger and be able to get them more involved instead of making this just a straight up Axis, a Japan just running away with this. Yeah, just Japan game, just a Japanese game, which is what will end up happening if I'm playing as Japan, or if my friends are playing as Japan. I'll probably give them some insight on how to play Japan, and I'm pretty sure they'll run away with it as well. Another thing that I was kind of confused about. Let me see if I can find it for you guys real quick. This one was really minor. If I see it, I'll come back to it, but it's honestly not that big of a deal. But things I like about this game, let me tell you. Let me show you this. This whole board, extremely small. Let's say with the instruction book, same in all games. Let's compare that size to the board. Like, that is really tiny, and I really admire that about this game. I like how the spaces are so big, which not only makes the game a lot simpler, but also makes it run faster. And I like fast-paced games. I do have my 1942 setup over here. I'll take a look at that real quick. Like, let me get my book real quick. You guys have the info. Yeah, a lot bigger. And it's not a bad thing. It's the way the game is supposed to be. You can definitely tell the differences. Now, there's no paper IPCs, which sucks, but it's alright. That's how it is most of the newer games. Yeah, overall, I think this game is good, because there's a lot you can do with it. And I'm gonna come back here with my version of the setup. Yeah. Oh, I think I figured out what I wasn't a big fan of, which is, I think I already went over it. The chips, yeah, does not cover everything you need across the whole board, which is kind of disappointing, but will be covered with my upgrades I have for this game. So, without further ado, let's get to the upgrade. And here we are. The new updates I've added about an hour later. Let's see what I did. For starters, we replaced most, if not all. I know I forgot the Japanese fleet right here. It's fine. But I replaced all of my pieces with 1942 pieces. the chips as well. See here. I felt no need to change these. There's enough area for stuff to be covered, and by the time that all those are used, the game is probably over. So no need to replace those. They're fine. The country markers, no need to worry. You may be saying, well, why is there a bunch of factory things out here? It's all part of the game mode. Don't worry. Same with these as well. It's all part of the game mode. I added chips. Some people will play with cash, which I got from my Access Analogies Europe set. But I like to play with chips personally when I'm playing by myself because easier to grab. But also when I'm playing with people, I don't really care if I use cash or chips. As long as there's a way to count the money without using pencil or paper, it just makes the game a lot more like you have your own money, you're trying to get it done, it's physically there in your hand, you're actually spending it. Makes the game a lot more authentic, I guess, in a way. Dice, the game comes with 4 of them. Just popped them on in here with my other dice I've had originally. And then, other than that, I buffed up, I'm going to buff up some fleets over in the, whoops, ocean is that, jeez. I'm not going to guess, probably Pacific, just off of a hunch of my previous games. Let's take a look and see what I added on. For for Japan, they get 2 extra soldiers, tank and artillery, and adding to their fleet. An extra destroyer down there. USA, gets added one dude up there top. And yeah, Japan is not allowed to attack the US on the first turn. There's just no way. It's 1941, they're not allowed to attack on the first turn. Alright, USA gets to build up, but Japan also gets a chance to like not be able to get ran over, and they are able to defend their base right here. Now hear me out, I place bases all over the map, alright? You can play, whenever you play this game mode, you can always put 3 resource bases. I call them resource bases, but they're factories across the map wherever you need them to be. As long as they're 3 spaces away from another base, if possible, in your original starting territory. So for Japan, they're kind of screwed over, so they're just gonna put it right there. UK, you can put it right there. It's a good spot. East Indies is an interesting spot. Good gamble. Brazil, not bad for the US. And then for Russia, we put one up there, so they can actually access the ocean with some boats. Very nice to help the allied powers out. And then you can also tell the IPCs, they have changed drastically. They've been doubled, so that way there can be growth in IPCs, and the game can start to like sprout a lot quicker, and it can just grow. But every territory has the same amount of money lost and gained. Which you may be saying, well that hurts the capital when it falls. Yes, it does. But when it's just your capital by itself, you have your plus double. So like, let's say Japan has 4, they have plus plus 9, so they're at 13, which is definitely a lot less than USA, which starts at 30. So like, it all balances itself out. All right, so it's whatever your original number is how much you get added on, which makes it easy to do some math, and it makes this game mode really fun. I'm going to be testing it out, see how it works, and I'll be tweaking it a little bit to see. Do not expect this specific arrangement to be the same. Next time there'll be definite changes, and we'll see how that works out. But overall, this game, I'm so excited to own it. But yeah, it's really late right now. I think I stayed a little bit later than I wanted to make this video, but it was worth it. I haven't posted anything up on my channel a little bit, but I'm excited to be here making this video for you guys, especially about a game that I've been really wanting to make a video on. I've been wanting to play, so I'm just going to put this game in the same spot that I have my 1942 game. I put that game away just to start this one, but yeah, this game that I made is a combination of both of these on a smaller board to make a high intensity game that is really enjoyable and really quick to play. So you don't have to be sitting there for like hours. It's about like a Monopoly type game. So it's just gonna be fun to play in a small amount of time. I'm currently running for college, and I need a game to play that. I need a game that I can play quickly. Uh, so yeah, this is what's gonna work for me. So I try to make a high intensity game, and I'm excited to show you what I can do. I hope it works, and if there's any tweaks, I'll make a video on it about my final product. I have all spring ready to get this done, so let's not waste any more time. Let's go to bed, try again tomorrow morning. You guys have a good night, and Sergeant Eclipse out.